Okay, so here we are on the Cannondale-Drapac. They had a bit of an invitation down to at the local bike shop, all gather together and go for a bit of a bike ride down to the beach. It's quite a good ride to commentate on because it shows a few aspects of riding in a bunch. So I'm just sort of hanging back here, just letting it all settle down. There was quite a few riders that turned up. You'll see later on in the video, right near the end, you'll see how many riders turned up. So I'm just sort of cruising along here, looking at the bunch. Yeah, it's quite busy in the city. Just sort of hanging back, giving myself lots of room. Alright, so here we are in our first traffic lights. Okay, so you can see here another rider coming in from the left hand side, and lights just turned green. I'm just going to come off lights here. Yeah, we'll see what I mean. There's quite a few riders here. Just coming up here, you'll see another rider coming in from the right hand side. There we go. There's quite a few gaps here. I don't like riding in bunches that leave quite a few gaps. Here comes another rider on the right hand side. Probably turned up a little bit late and thought, whee, beautiful. I'm in. So here I can see there's lots of gaps here, so I decided to come up the right hand side, just sort of working my way what position I want to take going down the beach. Basically I want to get it up to near the front but not interfere with the pro riders up here. And you'll see here the guys in green are the pro riders, and the guys up a little bit further in the red and blue tops I like the that's like the what do you call it, development squad. So here we go, just taking it real easy here. Found a decent position. I think I worked my way up a couple more stops up a bit further, but this position's right for now. It sort of settled down a bit. Okay, so just about here I see another big gap developing, so I decided to move up a little bit and find my final position. I sit in this position for most of the ride. So there we go. So that's just a nice easy way to work your way up the bunch. You don't sort of do any sort of crazy moves and start sprinting up the side or anything. Just work your way up, get a feel for where you want to be in the bunch, and you'll see later on once they hit the roundabouts down the beach, I'm shot and I just ease back a bit. So you just find your way in the bunch, and whatever level you're in, what level of fitness you're at, how you're feeling on the day and so forth. So there we go. I'll let you listen to some more music. I'll do some commentary when it comes along. Cheers. Okay, so here's a good example. See the guy just flicking over with his left hand there, just indicating that there's an obstacle in the way there, just to be aware of it, and that's a good sign of a good bunch rider. You indicate for potholes and obstacles, cars, and so that's why I tend to like to ride in experienced bunches, pro riders. I tend to avoid, I guess I'm a bit of a bunch snob. I tend to avoid just newbie riders and that sort of thing. That's another good example how he's put his hand on the other guy there, just to keep an even gap when you're looking around, because you can easily veer into another rider. So that guy on the left there is quite a good rider. I'd ride with him in a bunch. So there we go. I'll do some more commentary when I see some things coming along. Okay, get back to the music. Cheers. see here, I can see a bus coming up, and just up here you see the guy on the right actually look around, and there we go, and it's sort of give me an indication. Then the guy on the left uses his left hand there to indicate there's an obstacle just to move around. So that's really good bike etiquette there, good bunch etiquette. You know, people that haven't ridden the bunch, that's pretty much what you do, and it just keeps everyone safe, because you could be behind a rider's blind spot and you won't see the bus, and you'll end up hitting the rear of it. So that's very good bike etiquette there. So there we go, we'll get back into it. Okay, so you can see at this point I'm starting to lose the wheel. There we go, the little lightweight's accelerating away. And I sort of think, yeah, okay, I'll let you go. And I'll show you how big the bunch is now. I'm sort of moved over to the left, and I'm going to let everyone pass me. And here we go. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, there's more than that. Come on. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, so it was quite a big bunch. Got together and went on this beach ride. So I just go on my own pace for the rest of the ride, and because I sort of know where they're going to. They're just going down a Henley Square. Well, that's 31. And so I thought I'll just meet them there. There we go, there's some stragglers at the back. And yeah, what am I putting out 200 watts and just going nowhere. So there we go. So I'll let you enjoy the rest of the ride with some music. Cheers. See you at the end. There we go, this is the destination here at Henley Square. It's a beautiful part of Adelaide. If you ever come to Adelaide, just head down to Henley Square and at Henley Beach in the Adelaide coast. So there we go, and here comes more riders. Yeah, there's quite a big bunch, and I'll just cruise down here and you'll see all the riders down by the jetty. There we go. Let's work my way around here. So in Adelaide you're allowed to ride on the footpaths, and unless it's signed. I don't think Henley Square's got signs with no bikes. I know Moseley Square in at Glenelg does at the moment, but Henley Square seems to be a bit more bike friendly. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye.